Are you stressed out? Is it just today, or does it feel like you're constantly battling stress? You have a busy life with work, family, and all sorts of challenges that can cause you stress. A little stress is not necessarily a bad thing, but being under constant stress or always feeling stressed out is hard on your body and your mind. Hello, and welcome to Village the Vitamin Store. I'm Dr. Fahad Barani, and in this video, we're focusing on stress. In this video, Angela sheds some light on the symptoms of stress and shares some practical advice about things you can do and supplements you can take to reduce stress.
Adrena Smart, it helps with stress. And I know just living in Southern Ontario, we are definitely bombarded with stress. And the majority of us are stressed from one time or the other. But the problem is when we're stressed all the time, it starts to really affect the function of our adrenal glands and our overall quality of life. Some of the symptoms can be insomnia, low energy. So this is the insomnia that I was mentioning before, where you fall asleep fine, or you may not fall asleep fine, but typically you fall asleep fine, but you wake up at 3 o'clock wide awake. And you're thinking, okay, it's not enough sleep, but I don't feel tired anymore. Difficulty handling stress. So just one small thing happens and you're over the moon. You can't even handle it. Salt and stimulant cravings. So this is where you are craving potato chips, popcorn, and it's all because of the salt. The more salt, the better. Inflammation. So the joints, you're getting achy joints all the time. So if you're someone who has achy joints all the time, then you may want to consider looking at the adrenals too as part of your remedy. Hormone dysfunction. So we all know that because at the beginning we talked about the adrenals being one of your main sources of hormone production. So, and especially DHEA, and that's also a very important hormone. So if your adrenals aren't functioning properly, then your ability to make these hormones is going to be decreased and you're going to have hormonal imbalance. Belly fat and weight gain as well. So if you have high cortisol or high stress, you're going to be someone who holds on to a lot of fat in the abdominal area. And I know we talked about abdominal fat being due to estrogen dominance, but abdominal fat is also high cortisol. So some people actually find that drinking coffee stimulates their cortisol so much that they feel they can't handle the day. So when they actually stop drinking coffee, their abdominal fat goes down. Whereas others, they need the coffee and it helps them burn fat. So being aware of your body and what you can handle and what you can't is really, really important. So I've worked with people all the time that have adrenal fatigue, and you really want to stay away from stimulants if you are someone who has adrenal fatigue, because it'll make it worse, right? It's making the stress worse. It's adding more stress into your body. It's taking away from the bank, and you want to add to the bank. You want to replenish if you're going through recovery. And also if you're crying all the time, if you're easy to tear and you can't even handle it or expressing emotions, you're crying all the time, it's a sign of adrenal fatigue. So Adrena Smart is what we use for adrenal health. And so the ingredients in Adrena Smart are rhodiola. Rhodiola reduces the effects of stress. So all of the herbs in Adrena Smart are adaptogenic. So it means that they adapt to where the body is, and it will help you to balance wherever you are. Suma means for everything. It's a restorative tonic, especially for fatigue. It's also used for hormonal disorders and sexual dysfunction as well. Schizandra berries for nervousness, fatigue, and insomnia. And ashwagandha, which is anti-inflammatory, anti-stress, for overall health and energy, immune modulation. And I think I also mentioned to you that it's also in Thyro Smart, which helps your thyroid too. So there's a connection there. If you are having the adrenal thyroid thing going on, then Adrena Smart would be good, but you can also use it with Thyro Smart. And all of the ingredients that Lorna chooses and she formulates, every single thing has been researched, and if she can ever find something a bit better, she will. So for example, the ashwagandha is a sensoril ashwagandha, which actually contains 10% of the active component in there, whereas most of the other ones that are just the standardized, non-standardized, only contain 3%. So she's always trying to find the best patented forms of the ingredients that have the most research behind them.
So adrenal health is a key factor in controlling the effects of stress. Adrena Smart is a practical way to control the effects of stress on your mind and body. It's important to note that adrenal fatigue affects men as well as women. To benefit from Adrena Smart, take 2 Adrena Smart capsules in the morning and 2 at midday. To learn more about Adrena Smart, just stop into any of our Village the Vitamin Store locations and talk to our supplement specialists. Thanks for watching. I'm Dr. Fahad Barani, encouraging you to achieve wellness through nutrition.